minute to go. Doncic, look at Rondo right in his grill. They double. Porzingis on the drive, finishes against Leonard.
Welcome into Studio B. You are now rocking with the best, Earl Parrish, and this is Playoff Central Live here with the Hall of Famer, two-time champ Isiah Thomas, and the future head coach of fill in the blank for our NBA team, Earl Watson, is right here joining us. 2 point guards who know all about the game, and we just took a look at the Dallas Mavericks going up 1-0, stealing a game on the road against the LA Clippers. Luka Doncic with his third career playoff triple-double, finishing strong. Zeke, we talked about this in the pregame show, and this is something we talked about offline last season, and you knew looking at Luka and KP in particular that they don't match. The Clippers don't match up well, but they're more so not afraid of the Clippers. They're very, very dangerous.
Yeah, and what Luka and KP bring to the table, they bring their size, they bring their intellect, and then they bring their intensity and their concentration. So, they are better when you look at, the two players for the Clippers in terms of their athletes. You're talking about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. But from an athletic standpoint, Luka and KP are better athletes than George and Leonard. Now, you also look at George and Leonard and you say, okay, these are supposed to be your two defensive stoppers. But your two defensive stoppers, neither one of them is bigger than Luka or KP. So when I look at the Clippers, this is a very difficult matchup, as I said before, going against this Maverick team, because the Maverick they have the better athletes. They have really a well put together team because they know how to play together. I look at the Clippers and I say the Clippers have talent, but is it a team that truly fits? Do they parts fit together to make what we call a team, or they're a collection of just good basketball players? The Mavericks right now, they've put together a collection of players that has become a good team. And don't underestimate what Brunson brings to that team from a leadership, coming together standpoint. You got Hardaway, you got Finney-Smith, all these pieces fit around Luka. When you look at George and you look at Leonard, I'm not sure if they got the right pieces around them to bring the best out of their team.
Interesting. You talk about Brunson, who came off the bench with 15, plenty of scoring for the Dallas Mavericks, 5 players in double figures. Earl, I'll bring it to you on this one. This obviously could be a one-game anomaly. We saw that the Clippers were spectacular shooting the 3-ball all season, excellent from the free throw line as well. They shoot 27% from the 3-point line, and they shoot 75% from the free throw line. Is it something to where maybe things go a little bit different and they hit shots, they win this game, or is it something else?
I think you can't panic, but you have to have a sense of urgency because Luka is out there. This is a good stat. Dallas assist to turnover, 22-5. They're not turning the ball over. Anytime a guy has a ball in his hands all the time like Luka and he's not turning it over and you're not disrupting his rhythm and he's young, he's still building confidence, he's going to grow game by game, you have a problem. Mm-hmm. He gets into that paint, he can score. He gets beyond the arc, he can go at his pace, and he sets you up with the hezzy is to read, the next dribble is to attack. Then when he attacks and he looks to pass, it's always weak side corner for corner 3. You cannot disrupt his rhythm. They don't know who can disrupt that rhythm. And I'm going to say he is the most skilled player in this series off the bounce.
Yeah.
And what I mean off the bounce is he can take 2 to 6 dribbles, 7 and 8, and be comfortable. Kawhi is 1-2 attack. 1-2 step back, jab, shot. It's a different type of rhythm. Neither team plays in transition.
Yep.
So it's going to be jab for jab, jab for jab. And the Clippers have to find a way to get out in transition, create turnovers, and get easier baskets.
And then when you come to double team Luka, right? Again, he's 6'10". So look, guys like us coming to double team him, he's doing this. Right? we're not a problem. And so when you come to double team him, you have to come double team him out on the perimeter with size. And if you don't double team him with size out on the perimeter, soon as he puts the ball behind the double team, now he's putting the ball in the hands of playmakers. And the Brunson, to Hardaway, to Finney-Smith, right in the middle of the floor, and they going 4-on-3, getting to the basket or kicking it for corner threes, they got a problem, the Clippers. They got to do something, about, I don't know what you're going to do with Luka, but you got to find something to do with him.